Thank you for stopping by Living to Do's review of Clipped, the new FX series about the Los Angeles Clippers, based on true events. This is episode 2 called A Blessing and a Curse. Before I get started with the review, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate it, and I thank you in advance. So let's get into episode 2. Episode 2 starts off with V. V is in a car in her Porsche at a drive-thru with her friend, and her friend is looking over her legal docs that she was served by Sterling's wife, Shelly. Shelly is suing V for $2.5 million. She's suing V because she's upset with all the attention that V gets and that her husband bought V a piece of property. And V, of course, can understand why she's being sued because the things that Sterling gave her were gifts. And, she got a Porsche, she got jewelry, property, a duplex. And what is interesting is Shelly is saying that it's community property and her money was used without her authorization to buy the property. Well, Sterling bought the stuff for her and they're married. So I don't understand that. I mean, to me it's his money too, but I think it's just interesting that even though he bought her gifts and she received them as gifts, I don't seems to me like she needs to pay taxes on those gifts. Those gifts were over $600, so I doubt she's reporting anything to the IRS, and that might be a bigger problem for her. Now V's really upset. V wants to take her friend, it's at night, and she wants to go to Shelly's house and run up on her and see what's what. And her friend is not really interested in that. Her friend's like, now what would that look like with us two black girls going up to this white lady's house in the middle of the night and addressing her about this lawsuit? And interesting enough, V is adamantly saying that she's not black. Her friend says, well, you look black, because she is black. She's half black. She's black and Mexican. But okay. And her friend tries to encourage her not to make waves with this woman because apparently V is in family court trying to adopt two foster boys, and this wouldn't look good for her. In fact, this could actually make her lose the case, causing trouble like this. And I think V thinks about it differently, and she falls back on the idea of going up there. So V and her friend go shopping. I don't think it's the same day, but they go shopping because V's friend is saying, what you need to do is entice Sterling and make him, help him, I guess, help her talk to his wife and drop this lawsuit. So they go to the clothing store, a lingerie shop, in fact, and V is trying on lingerie pieces. And what I found interesting was she stole some items from the lingerie store. V works for the Clippers and this billionaire. She drives a Porsche, but she needs to steal stuff from the store? Whatever. V gets to talking to her friend. V has dreams of running the Clippers. Big dreams. She is no Jeannie Buss. I can say that for sure. Shelly, Sterling's wife, she goes sees a lawyer about V. I think she wants to, and the lawyer she sees is played by Corbin Burnson, and he's a lawyer who's been to prison for over donating to a presidential campaign. So this woman, of all this money, wants to take on this lawyer or have this guy as her lawyer to represent her. I don't know why she would do that. Well, the lawyer, what he does is he goes to V's, V's friend's house, and I guess he tries to scare her. So this girl, the friend, runs back to V, goes to V's house to let her know, I think your phone is bugged because this guy, he knew some things that I guess maybe she thought only V knew or whatever. How did it get out? She's really convinced that this phone is bugged. Yeah, V's friend is surprised that after she got that lingerie and paid a visit to Sterling, that, things would have been cleared up. And what we find out is V says to her that she's not having sex with Sterling, which is good. Sterling is about an 80-year-old man. My God, girl, find a different avenue. Anyway, so I guess Sterling is just a platonic sugar daddy. She carries on with her day like normal. She goes, there's another baseball game, and not a baseball game, there's another basketball game. It's the playoffs. It's exciting. Everybody is, hyped up. She goes into the arena and she is stopped by the guy with the tickets. She says there's a problem with her VIP tickets and she wants the ticket guy to call up to Sterling to clear things up. Well, he already got the memo and he says that because it's the playoffs, we're not good. They're not handing you down the VIP tickets. We all know that Shelly put a word in to have her stopped, you know, back, she's getting back at her for the lawsuit, basically. So, of course, V can't take that. She can't be told no. So she releases the audio tape between her and Sterling to the Clippers front office. The guy that received the tape is all in a stir. He hears what's on it. He runs to Sterling and let him know, we got this tape. And Sterling doesn't even care. He's like, so what? His wife gets wind of the tape and she listens to the tape, and we could just see her reaction in her car. She looks horrified of what she's hearing. Next, she goes to a lawyer. She finds a lawyer for herself. The lawyer thinks she made a bigger mess by releasing the audio tape to the front office. So what does V do next? V, who's addicted to her phone she's 31 years old, but she's addicted to her phone, and she's scrolling on her phone and she sees TMZ. So next thing we hear that TMZ has a copy of this audio tape and they're about to release it. And the audio tape is of V and Sterling. They're fighting about her bringing black people to his basketball games. She tells him, what is the big deal? I'm black and Mexican. Why can't I be around black people? He says, you can be around them, but be around them privately. He doesn't want black people going to his games. He says he's not a racist because he feeds, he clothes, he buys homes for these basketball players. So that means he's not a racist. I mean, his ignorance is on 10. Shelly is being aware of the audio tape being leaked to TMZ. So she goes back to her lawyer. She's mad at him. He goes, I didn't leak the tape. And she knows he didn't leak it, but things are just not going her way. So she's kind of taking it out on her lawyer. She wants to find a way if she can pay TMZ not to release the tapes. You bring that to TMZ, that's a story in itself, that you approach them, try to bribe them not to have this audio released. This story is getting bigger and bigger. I know it happened in real life, and just to see how it all transpired from the beginning, I find totally interesting. Now, the episode ended with V, I guess she receives a gift maybe of roller skates that have glow-in-the-dark wheels, and she just goes outside at night and she's roller skating. So I don't know what the significance of that scene is, but basically that is was episode 2. There were some funny moments. We see Doc Rivers, the coach of the Clippers. He's always going to the gym, I guess, and sitting in the sauna afterwards. And LeVar Burton, for the last 2 episodes, has been visiting him, or not visiting him. He just happens to be going to the sauna as well, and they strike up a conversation. And so I don't know if that happened in real life, but I found that interesting. Other interesting things were the players. The players get wind of this tape and Doc, and I think they're all thinking it's a sex tape between him and V, and they're all disgusted, just disgusted, just the thought. Um, Other things that happened was they played against the Warriors in the first round of the playoffs, and I guess they lost. And so there's a hard workout that they have with Doc, and he's just saying really rude things to the players as they walk in and as they're playing. He he tells Chris Paul that he has thin skin, and I don't know why he would say that to Chris Paul. He tells DeAndre Jordan that he should have traded him last summer because that's what Donald Sterling wanted. And these guys are just giving him cold looks. Matt Barnes, played by Sarunas Jackson, who played Dro in Insecure, he's playing Matt Barnes, and he tells him something like he made a bad play, and he says something like, "That's why your wife left you." And I know his wife was on the Basketball Wives, and who is currently married to Byron Scott, a former Laker. The show is just really really interesting. I love the little things we didn't know behind the scenes of this popular team as they become a popular team, I should say. I just find it really really interesting. It's a good show. The future episodes, of course, are going to be even juicier. So stay with me. I will review every episode of this TV show. And also, if you liked Winning Time, which is kind of similar to this, check out my channel because I reviewed the 2 seasons of Winning Time as well. But that is it for now. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate it, and I thank you in advance. But I gotta go because I got living to do. Bye.